All right. I think that covers everything.
Hot diggity. Dog diggity.
Well, let's jump into mailbag.
It feels like I just did this.
All righty. Let's see. Apropos of episode.
Here's my sister-in-law too, by the way.
So, well,
but
sometimes people aren't feeling well, and you have to play a game of catch up.
He was here, getting ready to drop her daughter off at college. So
yeah,
she might not be the most reliable guide.
Well, it was we were going to try to record on Sunday, so Monday's show would not be delayed.
We record every day.
Well, and
that's why I work 6 days a week. That's why I look so good when I caught off guard.
We recorded late Monday late morning on.
You're just going to
Monday.
ignore me, aren't you? Just going to go right along and.
Who are you? How did I
get here? But okay, go ahead.
Thank you very much. And so I got Saturday's mailbag and Monday's show up at about the same time. one after the other.
Okay, I don't care.
Now we're all caught up. Well, now she should be disconfused. As
you would think, but
there you go thinking again.
Yeah. I'm just going to be polite and sit here quietly.
Apropos of episode 707.
Can you be quiet? No.
From my brother, Chris Combs, no relation. How can you possibly mistake a female gorilla for a male? It's like girl dogs and boy dogs. There's a huge difference.
Hey. I just watched, I didn't know there was one left. I just watched all three.
Yeah.
Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes,
and even more Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Or later that morning on the Planet of the Apes.
This morning I got done with. You're not taking this at all seriously, so shut up. This is serious right now. And then I watched this morning War of Planet of the Apes, the final in the trilogy, which I think would, if you watch those three and then go to the old ones with Charlton Heston.
Yep.
You didn't figure out how they got there.
Yep.
And then the old ones with Charlton Heston are kind of a letdown. But anyway, they're still fun to watch, though. Where was I? Oh, yeah. They have male and female apes and gorillas and orangutans and monkeys of all sorts. No gibbons, by the way, because gibbons apparently are not great apes and not worth saving. Way to go, apes. Nice job.
Nice job.
Nice solidarity. Apes are stronger together. BS. Only if you're a great ape, not a gibbon.
So take that. Plus,
so through 5 hours. Hey, am I done yet? Do I look like I'm done yet?
I'm sorry. Apparently not.
Wow. So through about 1, 2, 3, 4, about maybe 5 hours of watching monkey movies.
Yep.
I can now tell you there is a slight difference between male and female gorillas and chimpanzees. For one, the females wear things on their ears and heads.
Yep.
And they don't talk as much. They use more sign language. Whereas the males, especially Caesar, almost exclusively talks.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure this was meant as a documentary, so there you have it.
It's historical.
Well,
in future tense, of course.
You got most of that word right, so sure. Historical, hysterical, either way.
Let's move on to the next comment on episode 707.
Flying, you big wuss.
From my brother, Chris Combs, no relation.
Still not related to you?
Broadcastify. You remember when we heard that word?
Oh, boy.
They're an entity out there on the internet.
They are. They're a thing.
Do they do broadcastification? Well, I don't think so. Isn't that one of the 8 deadly sins?
Let me see. Gluttony, rooting for the Packers. Yeah, it probably is in there.
Yeah, right. Not liking ice hockey.
That's not a deadly sin. That deserves just execution on the spot. I'm sorry.
Apropos of Mailbag, episode 095, where I told you about that I used to do the training voiceovers for the training.
You did the Taco John stuff.
Yeah. And
my son used to work at Taco John's. There was a tie in there.
So, right. I wonder if he saw any that still had my voice on them at that point.
I don't know. I'm not going to ask him because I won't remember.
Oh, okay. My
brother, have his number? Text him.
Who?
Eric.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
My son. He looks a lot like me.
Cute little redhead.
A lot like his 2 sons, too. Poor kids.
My brother, Chris Combs, no relation, says, Mr. Taco, I think you mean Mr. Overstuffed Burrito.
Hey, I don't know about you, but I think overstuffed burritos get a bad rap, so let's not go there.
Well, it's a good thing if you order it.
But you're correct.
It is a good thing.
No, you'd look more like an overstuffed burrito than a taco.
I hate you both.
I would think.
Also from Mailbag.
We pretty much knew that. We were just waiting for confirmation.
Episode 95 from Jessa Lynn.
Jess, this is a bad addiction.
She, well, absolutely. She said, however, whatever time she grabbed it on, she said, I think you'll get more views posting around this time. We're always posted around this time. We're always posted. And by the way, we have like 800 episodes. So,
dude, at our age, we've been posted a lot.
Jessa says she loves Mexican food too.
Is that when you drink, right? Getting posted?
No, I think that's plastered or wasted.
Or toasted.
Toast. Oh, yeah. What?
Wow.
I love toast.
That is not just a sign of a heart attack or stroke, by the way.
And yeah,
oddly, I do.
She loves Mexican food as well. We knew you were the right kind of person, Jessa. And yeah, the government's make some terrible mistakes these past few years. Let's hope they don't bring them back.
Oh, yeah. Sweetie, they're going to run those out every few years.
Apropos
see how much they can get away with.
Apropos of episode 708 from Chris Combs, my brother, no relation. Pilot with an axe.
Yes.
At least he did it with less wax than Lizzie Borden.
That's true. His only took, what, 23?
Yeah.
But you got to remember, Lizzie wiped out 2 people, so there could have been squirming involved. Wow.
Well, Lizzie Borden took an axe and gave her father 40 whacks.
When she saw what she had done, she gave her mother 41, which is actually, they think, the opposite the way it happened.
Oh, okay. Took out mom.
So basically, Lizzie Borden took an axe, gave old mom 40 whacks. When she found old dad on the couch, he was done for too.
Oh, okay.
That doesn't rhyme. That's the way it was in the movie with Elizabeth Montgomery.
Oh, okay.
I haven't watched the one with Christina Ricci.
Richie?
Two C's. The lady who played
Richie.
She has the most. She was in like Jeepers Creepers. She was Wednesday in the movies of
she
Addams
was
Family.
Great. She was great.
She was also in the Wednesday TV series.
Mm-hmm.
I won't tell you she's the bad guy because many of you probably haven't watched it yet. Oh, you probably have by now. Never mind. No spoiler alert.
Wednesday is worth your time. What's this outlet?
Huh? Netflix?
Is it on Netflix? Okay. Yeah, it's wonderful.
I was
hilarious. Yes.
It was charming and weird. And the only thing that was weird is they made it into a detective show.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah. That's okay. That's
but
okay.
It worked,
They stayed with all the other typical Addams Family stuff. Apropos of episode 708 from Jessa Lynn.
Not your brother who's related to you, who's not related to you.
That one story reminded me of another airline story, the one from Federal Express Flight 705. And did you hear about the brain worm? Ew and no.
I saw the brainworm story and I couldn't do it.
Really?
Yeah, it was somewhere.
Just send it over to
no.
What?
No.
I'll do it.
I don't do brain. No, it's a brain. Then all of our tens and tens of listeners will get, feared of that and we'll start a panic.
Ooh,
the size of Liechtenstein.
The size of a tempest in a teapot.
Yeah, maybe not that big, but yeah, you get the idea.
Send it over to TITR@netradio.net. Work post haste, Jessa. That would be great.
You don't need post for this. It's an email.
All righty. Apropos
I don't care where a joke is. I'll go there.
Never saw one on a table you wouldn't pick up.
Doesn't have to be funny. It just has to be there.
Thank you, Mr. Swedberg.
Yeah. Yeah.
What does he know? He's from Edina.
Well, he's brighter than we were, obviously.
Apropos of episode, that's true. Episode 709 from Patrick Reed, our man in Liverpool.
Platy.
Turf Moor is the home of the football team Burnley FC, currently in the Premier League. So they're in the top league in England. So they're a heck of a football team. I'm guessing they don't.
For those of us who know how sports rank, it's actually soccer.
Yes, we'd call it soccer.
Yeah. No, everyone calls it soccer. Just the stupid people call it football. Oh, boy. Hang on.
Wait, don't even do that.
No, sorry.
No, remember, if English football were hard, they would have named it rugby. I'm just pointing it out.
If rugby were hard, they would have named it football and made it play in the NFL.
American football is a sport for wussies. Haven't you watched Quarterback on Netflix?
I've watched everything on NFL, and it's like, oh, yeah, they are. Hockey players look at the NFL and go, we should have done that. It'd been easier, man.
Well, did you see the one rugby player? I put it up a couple of times on Facebook where he gets his kneecap dislocated on the outside of his knee.
Yep.
He lays there screaming and smacking at it till it goes back in place. Then he gets up and jogs back to play more.
Yep.
That's tough.
It's like the hockey player that, ends up having to walk straight down the tunnel. Looks like he's dying. Blood is everywhere.
Yep.
And he comes back with 14 stitches and finishes the game.
Absolutely.
Meantime, an NFL player would now be on the injured list
for the rest of his life.
At least most of his career, yes.
Apropos of episode 709, Patrick Reed, our man in Liverpool, says there is ice hockey in the UK.
Really?
Been here for many years, but has never become a big spectator sport.
Yeah, it hasn't in a lot of places. Arizona.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
There are. Is it because their hockey team is so lackluster?
There's a whole problem there that I think starts at the top of their hockey team and goes to the bottom of their. Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm. There are professional.
Come on,
teams.
Wayne Gretzky owned it for a while, had part ownership for a while, and even he couldn't make it better.
There are professional teams which often have older U.S. players or players who couldn't make it in the major leagues.
So has the Bens.
Yeah, but I mean, that could be fun.
You know what? Hockey is still, I enjoy hockey and all of its variations.
Yep. I think it's lovely.
For one, I raised a boy and four
girls,
four girl hockey players.
Yeah.
Two of them are still playing. And
well, they're young enough yet.
And you know what? They're a little bit different sport, but it's still kind of fun. They play it a little differently.
Yeah.
But it's still, it's a hoot.
Yeah.
I like watching hockey.
And you can cheer them on and be a good cheerleader.
I can even watch games I'm not interested in and have fun with it.
Apropos of episode 709.
Although there are so many ex-Wild players around now that...
Well, good. The franchise has been open for a couple of years.
I can always find someone that was there that used to be. I'm sorry, go ahead.
And
this is still
finally,
Mailbag? Holy, we're setting a world record. Sorry, go ahead.
From my brother, Chris Combs, no relation.
Blah, blah, blah.
The Gloat is at least 58. And that goes without saying.
I would never have thought anything else.
Right.
When goats gloat, we know they're at least 58.
Off to the salt mines.
Oh, thank heavens.